Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishore Radha Krishna Prana Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Jivane Marane Gati Paranani Mora Jivane Marane Gati Paranani Mora Jivane Marane Gati Paranani Mora Jivane Marane Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala Kishore Radha Krishna Prana Mora Yugala
The conditioned soul is subject to the material laws, and that he thus receives the fruits of his action. Does your lordship, like an ordinary human being, exist within the material world in a body produced of the material modes? Do you enjoy or suffer the good or bad results of actions under the influence of time, past work, and so forth? Or on the contrary, are you present here only as a neutral witness who is self-sufficient, free from material desires, and always full of spiritual potential? You certainly cannot understand your actual position. So yes, Krishna's position is vidambanam, bewildering. Unless we take shelter of the acharyas, Vedeshu dullavam adullavam atmabhakta. That is we can say the mistake that happens in India. People take the books and they try to read and they misunderstand. Most of the people in India, they go to the market, they purchase the Bhagavad Gita, bring home and get confused. Because one thing, books are not explained in the Guru Parampara. We discussed on Saturday that point, very nice point. Those who are there, they know. The point was that there are two people. Suppose somebody wants to know something about Gita. One person says, I don't know. It's fine. At least he's honest. The worst person who does not know but still tells some nonsense in the name of Gita, practically all Indians are doing that today. They've not been trained, they've not gone and learned, they've not practiced any tapasya, and they say, I know. Correct? And then they confuse a person. Just like, suppose, I have a disease, I am not well, I am having, say, some fever. Okay? And I go to somebody, say, can you tell me something? I am having 105 fever, I don't know what to do. Sir, I don't know, I am not a doctor. You go to a doctor. He is gentleman. He is a jnani. Definitely he is an ajnani, but he is a gentleman. But somebody who says, I know, and gives a wrong advice, isn't that person very dangerous? Very, very dangerous. That's what we were reading in Upanishad. He goes to a still darker hell. If you're a Jnani, you don't know what is life, what is the purpose of life, you go to hell definitely. But a person who does not know, but he misleads the people, is very, very dangerous. Okay? That's what is happening today. Yesterday also I commented, it's a common feature. Today is so-called education. Actually, it's not an education. It is just drama. It gives artificial ahankara to people as if they know something. But the fact is, they don't know anything. So, you know what the mission of life? Yeah, I know. What you know? You don't know anything. Who are you? I know. What you know? Again, he doesn't know anything. What's the goal of life? I know. What you know? Just like Prabhupada is explaining, we have in our life 4 things: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. These are the 4 pleasures which are available for an animal and also for a third-rate person. Only these 4 pleasures. Now, what is modern day so-called? It's not a science actually. It's not use the term science, or just an art. The modern so-called arts, what are they doing? Just making you enjoy this scientifically. What is this nonsense? Again, end mein, suppose, take another person. What do you want in life? I want a lot of money. I want a good home. What you will do with it? I'll eat nicely. At the end, these are the 4 enjoyments. There is no other enjoyment. For a materialist, there is no other enjoyment. Drama, just like a politician also does. I want to serve my country. We know what he wants finally. So similarly, all of us, we make a big, pretense. Just like the doctors, they take a big oath before they become a doctor. Hippo, some big oath. Oh, we'll do like this. All the doctors we know are third-rate cheaters only. Correct? The biggest cheating today is happening in the medical field. Biggest cheating. Worldwide recognized. Most of the tests done are not needed. Most of the medicines given are not needed. Recently, some around the world it is. Don't know to come on it, but it's cheating. Big oath they take and then they cheat. They look at the patient and cheat him. It's happening everywhere, practically in every field. Everybody does a big pretense. Pretense, Therefore, Kali Yuga is the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. Quarrel means people will quarrel for nothing. There is no need, still they will fight. Correct? You can see quarrel happening everywhere. Correct? And then hypocrisy. Hypocrisy means pretense. Just like you say to the politician, why you became the chief minister of the state? I want to serve my state. You want to serve the state, huh? We all know what are you doing. Simply are sleeping, that's all. And enjoying sense gratification. Okay? The same way everybody does a pretense. You understand? The pretense. The pretense says, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. But at the end what it is? I want to eat nicely, I want to sleep nicely, I want to mate nicely, I want to defend nicely. These are the only 4 activities the society is engaged in. Okay? So, if only you have to do eat and sleep only, that is the goal of your life after so much hard work, and then animals are better than you. Does animal come to your so-called nonsense college and learn how to eat? Does he learn that? Anybody knows eating. Do you require some education for eating? You see the argument. Do you require some education for eating? Anybody needs 100-hour classes how to eat? Everybody knows. Sleeping, do you require some big 100 hours of classes how to sleep? Everybody knows how to sleep. All animals know how to sleep. Did you take the classes for them how to sleep? Then mating, do you need some sessions? No. And then defending. So actually all the 4 animals, are they having some classes from how to defend? They know how to defend. They make whatever they have instruments. Same way we are also defending. So we do not need this education for eating, sleeping, mating, defending. You're getting the very serious point it is. At the end, you are doing only these 4 things. Animals are also doing without education. Why you cannot do this without education? You can also do without education. Therefore, some people figured it out in America. They said that at the end, anyway, we are enjoying these 4 things. So let us run to forest and enjoy like animals. They become like animals naked and they live. Don't want to mention that. And they say, yes, we're getting same satisfaction. Well, you don't need education for all this. Education is needed for something else. See, anything. Suppose I am driving a car, I don't know where to go. Isn't my driving useless? So similarly, you can make, that's why everything is a shadow. You can make big, big buildings and big, big slogans. But at the end, we have to see what the result you are getting. The result is the person is coming out as foolish as he was, plus with the ahankara as if he knows something. Just like medicine. None of us know doctor work, correct? Somebody goes to suppose some hospital and he is not taught anything. Now that person becomes dangerous, no? I'm just taking it here, okay, something they teach, allopathy. But suppose I am having fever and I come to you, please tell me what should I do. You say, I don't know. He's a gentleman. He is honest. Please search for a doctor. And suppose there is a so-called hospital. You enter there. Okay? And you are given 5 years some education. And they give you some degree. And they don't teach you what is medicine. And they give you one big degree. And you come out. And still you don't know how to handle somebody's fever. Or somebody's have fever. And you give a wrong advice. You have become a dangerous man for the society. So so-called educated people are actually the dangerous people for the society because they're misleading the society because of their ahankara. Correct? They learn some lohar work, how to bend an iron and all. But I know what is purpose of life. What is the connection between these two things? तो लोहार पहले गांव के बाहर एक लोहार होता था, आयरन टेढ़ा करता था, ठीक है ना? That much due respect is given. But today the so-called education is not been given its place. It's not that it doesn't have a value, but it has to be given its due place. It's there. You should not try to jump. Correct? It should stay at its small place that is had. This education is just for livelihood. It has nothing to do with knowledge. It is just some skills, just like a mosquito now. It knows to get an opportunity, bite and run away. Some skill for livelihood, animals are also having, we are also learning. But it is not knowledge. Knowledge is different from this art and skills. Knowledge is, now the devatas are, our Lord has come, they're asking that. Okay? They want to know. They say, my Lord, we get bewildered to understand you. And what is the position of the devatas? Devatas are so exemplary. They are so powerful. It's a very, very million times better than you. In their intelligence, in their faculties, in their memory, they are so advanced. And still they are saying, Lord, we are totally bewildered in understanding you. When you come to this word, is it that you can also get affected by the modes of we are not able to understand? Therefore, Krishna cannot be understood by your own effort. Just like began this, if you want to read Bhagavad Gita, first look for a teacher. Don't read on your own. That's not the way to be learned. Anything, you have to locate a teacher. Then your learning will be quick and it will be proper. I was explaining you, when you read otherwise, you will read with your mind, which is just filtering. There may be possible, somebody can read, benefit will be there. But a good benefit will be there when you read through a person who reads full open. Otherwise you read, benefit is there. But then what is the need of the institution? Why did Prabhupada say of the institution? Only BI was enough. BPT was enough. Just print books. Why is gone? Because devotees here are expected to obey what is there in Bhagavad Gita. They are expected to have more respect and they read with full heart. So when somebody comes to us, we open him up. Correct? We become a catalyst for the person so that he can read Prabhupada books with open heart. Otherwise, it may not be possible. Correct? But it is potentially possible. Somebody may be. Just like when you sell a book, you explain to him nicely. So please read the book. This is from a great acharya. So many people have benefited. I have also benefited. When you tell like that, you may read with great respect. Correct? You are opening him up more. You become a catalyst for him to surrender to the acharya. Ultimately, Pancharatrika Vidhi also has to aid Bhagavad Vidhi. Kalo Hare Naam Eva, Hare Naam, Hare Naam, Hare Naam Eva Kevalam. Kalau nasti eva nasti eva nasti eva gatiranatha. Even Brahma says a similar thing. He says that if they can stay in our place and hear the message of the Lord spoken by pure devotees, it will lead to all perfection. And Lord Chaitanya also agreed to this. Agreed? We all know this. But then people may not be able to read with their open heart. Therefore, we become the catalyst. That's all. Our contribution is only this much. We are not going to, our position is limited. So Vidambanam, the Lord's activities are actually bewildering if you are not guided by a pure devotee. You understand? That is the fundamental mistake all the people are doing in India. They are having an opportunity. You get to buy a Bhagavad Gita. You should go to a temple or search for somebody who knows. Please teach me this book. That is how it is. You become an engineer. Is it that why don't they give degree? You buy books and you give examination. They will not allow you. Do they allow you? Nobody. No government will not allow this. Because there is practical, there is practice. There are so many things involved. Right? And who knows you understood properly? You may not have understood the book only. There has to be an examination whether you have understood the book. Not that thoda kitab khali liya bar gaya engineer. Aisa thodi hota hai bakwas. Similarly, I buy medicine books. Do I become a doctor? No. Somebody has to check whether have you heard it properly. Have you practiced what is there in the book? The same way, what we need in the society, two things are needed, both ways. First, society should have a need. We need, somebody should teach us these books. Otherwise, even Devatas are saying the pastimes of the Lord are Vidambanam. When the Lord comes, is he affected of the material modes? Bewildering, we do not know. We get confused. Is he fully self-sufficient? Devatas are asking this question. This question by ordinary man also will have. Right? So therefore he will go. And he goes. Therefore, first thing, the people should have a need. I have to go. Somebody has to teach me this. And then, second, the temple should be equipped with people who can explain. Then there will be development of spiritual understanding. Correct? The Vedas give so much sound philosophy, which it needs to be understood properly. But today what is happening is that mostly people have no time. And the time society used to previously India spend in reading Gita and Bhagavatam, today is spent on TV, watching movies, reading some nonsense, books. Correct? The time goes somewhere. Actually, everybody, so much time they throw in sense gratification daily. But at the same time, gossiping. Gossiping what? All nonsense, rubbish, of no value to us. Prajalpa. Atyara prayasasta prajalpa niyamagraha janasangasa lolyamta. Their life is only these 6 things they do. 6 things destroy a bhakti. Ati ahara, they eat more than necessary. They try to accumulate more things what we need. We should only utility the principle. Correct? Ati ahara, their life is successful if they eat very nicely one day. Give somebody a party, eat 20, very happy. Life is successful. You think nothing more is there in the life. Animal is. Prayasa, he over-endeavors for something. Soberly work, don't worry, Krishna will give. No, I will over-endeavor. Do. Therefore, there is no interest in spiritual life. No time for spiritual life. Spiritual life becomes a burden. Prajalpa, talk nonsense. People cannot live without hearing and talking nonsense. Prajalpa, it becomes a kind of addiction. And I was telling you, the problem with Prajalpa is that in this material world, the whole message, the discussion is loaded with Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. Therefore, in a magazine or newspaper, always after a few columns, a picture of girl will come. Why? Because actually that is the vibration which is going on. If you open Bhagavad Gita, what will come? Picture of Krishna will come with Radharani. Picture of Krishna with Yashoda. Because the whole vibration is Prema. And here the whole vibration is Kama. Because we are addicted to Kama, we want to hear material vibration. And then what happens? Atyara prayasasa prajalpa niyama agraha. Who follows any niyama today? People are not interested in following niyama. Progressive society. Progressive society means forget all niyamas. More and more the leaders, the government, the Supreme Court, all are after how to break all the niyamas of society. How to relax more. Advancing, progressive society. Prabhupada used to say they have created a big modern society. What is modern? Sun was rising east, now also it is rising in the east. What is modern? Progressive. What progress you have made? People were dying previously also. Birth, old age, disease, death. Now also they are dying. Your so-called medical progress, that progress has not changed these 4 things. Previously they are dying by some diseases, today they are dying by more complicated diseases. But they are dying by these four ways. Janma Mrityu Jaravadi has not stopped. Simply we are progressing. It is modern. This kind of tamasha they have created for the society. Therefore, people have no interest to read the Vedic literature. Unless you are convinced that 1 inch progress we have not made by the so-called science, unless you are convinced that there is nothing modern in this world, where you will become serious to read Vedic literature. Because they become the harbingers of truth. They are becoming the people who are going to save saviors. Neither there is any truth in this modern world, neither there is any, nobody can save you, sir. If you want to be saved, if you want to know the truth, you have to open Bhagavad Gita. Correct? But problem is, no, I am not in danger. I am not in danger. I am comfortable. Are padam padam yat vibhadamanatesham. Every moment, any moment death will come. So how can you not be in danger? Correct? How much we have to be careful. So under the guidance of the acharyas in a Guru Parampara, under the guidance of the Shastra, we have to very carefully study this, and then we will be able to clearly able to understand. Just like the Devatas are inquiring from the Lord, they are very fortunate. Directly in front of them the Lord has come. So similarly, we may not be fortunate in that way, but we have the acharyas definitely. Correct? We have the Guru Parampara. We approach and we inquire. So unless somebody has an inquiry, who am I? And an inquiry, how do I save myself from cycle of birth and death, is an unfit candidate for spiritual life. He is not a candidate, just drama is going on. Because these two things should be there in the heart. Correct? You understanding or not? Constantly these two things are there. And we look for somebody to keep inquiring. Just like Maitreya Muni, Vidura, when he met Maitreya Muni, he was constantly inquiring. You think he doesn't know? Vidura is Yamaraj himself. But Maitreya Muni had directly got darshan of the Lord, and he had heard from him when Krishna departed from the world. 2 people he instructed, Uddhava and Maitreya, before Krishna went back to Goloka. That is given in the Bhagavatam. So Maitreya Muni was blessed by the Lord, and he was full of nectar of Krishna consciousness. And Vidura was hearing again. So these are the questions we inquire. I know the answer, but still I inquire. What I should do? I want to become a serious devotee. What I should do? Is it guaranteed I will not take birth again in this world? We have to inquire. When these inquiries are not there, then association of devotees is simply a social nonsense circle. But Prabhupada says, joint mess. That's all. When inquiry is not there, we are living in a joint mess. Somebody is cooking, somebody is cleaning, somebody is eating. It's a useless joint mess. And Prabhupada says, it will not last. It will break apart. Because there is no reason to be together then. Correct? Just like घर में नहीं होते. एक आदमी पैसा लेके आता है, एक आदमी खाना बनाता है, बैठ के खा लिया. But the purpose is zero. Purpose is just sense gratification. Correct? We reject that kind of life. Therefore, we have left that life. We are not interested in that. There is no difference between that life and life of animals. Animals are also doing same thing. The birds go outside in the morning, bring some food, children eat. What is the difference? In what way you benefited a human life? Simply uselessly you took human birth. Next life is animal only. Go to hell. But temple is not meant for that. Temple we are collected together for what? To inquire. Okay? We, just like the Devatas are seeing the Lord, they are inquiring. This inquiry, when they are prominent in the heart, then what happens? We are very serious to read the Vedic literatures. We are very, very serious every day to pray to the Lord. My dear Lord, something, please help me. Not able to advance. Then we are very serious, very eager for chanting very attentively. Some spiritual advancement will come. Then spiritual life becomes fine. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.